Afternoon, injury update here for you. So Dalton, Fedarian Mathis, McCole Hardman, Curtis Samuel all will not practice today. And then the rest, list I gave you yesterday is pretty much unchanged in terms of that group of guys who are limited today. We'll be in a walkthrough setting. So with that, I'll take your questions.
Sean, how much of these short weeks is more an endurance test trying to take all the hours you work in all the way you jam it into 4 days, and how much is it being smart about what things to not do and what things to focus on?
Yeah, efficiency is critical, but also trying to be as thorough as you can be, trying to kind of skinny it down for the players into bolder form that they can take onto the field and execute with them.
Is it easier to do these things when you had now 2 tries of doing it this year?
Or eight plus years of doing it. Yeah, I mean, you kind of get into a routine that you put into place on a week like this, and like I said, you try and just simplify the process and get the pieces you need out of it while trying to get, in particular, the players the rest that they need.
Yesterday, I think we didn't hear about Connor ahead of practice. Is that something that popped up during the walkthrough? Connor McGovern was limited yesterday.
He just wasn't on the list. Yeah.
When you look at the defense, how good are they from your perspective?
The Texans defense, yeah, very talented. They put together a good defense with, different spots, critical positions, as we talk about position value that, the guys are playing well for him. And D'Amico knows defense and got a lot of respect for him as a football coach. And he's had a good defense there for, just about every year he's been there.
Sean, how much does physicality, how physical they are on that side of the ball stand out to you?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, they got some guys that, have that are big in stature and yet have twitch to them, and really at all 3 levels of their defense. So it's, both corners are really good, and their safety play is excellent as well. And so the front and the back end are working together.
Sean, when did you know that Joe Bernard could be a captain of this team?
Well, I believe it was his second year he started at the middle linebacker position. So normally that's what you're looking for in a captain, is someone that can captain the defense to begin with. Starting there is an important facet of it. And then in the respect that his teammates showed that they had for him and the way he handled himself off the field with winning habits, the way he handled himself on the field. So those two go hand in hand.
How have you seen him grow in the capacity of being a captain on this team?
Well, leadership's important, right? Player-driven leadership. I've said that this a million times over is really the team gets a lot of their direction from the leadership group, and that's critical for us. That they lead by example. They lead with their voices as well, and TV's at the top of that list with our leadership component. Josh being the other captain here, so I mean, those two are important for us and influence the team in a lot of ways.
Sean, granted that it's a short week, how Keon has responded the last couple of days?
Yeah, right now it's called a day and a half since game day, so I'm aware of how he handled it, publicly, and I appreciate that, respect that, and now it's again 1 day at a time and earning the trust and respect of the teammates, and that takes time. And so but each day that goes by, you check them off as wins, the trust builds. So that's the important piece of it.
Is there an expectation Gabe would be elevated for Thursday, given how he performed on Sunday?
We'll see. Again, similar to Keon, 1 day at a time. We'll see how it all comes together come Thursday night.
What's been your message this week to the team about kind of not riding that wave? Rough game 2 games ago, nice bounce back effort, trying to stay in the course.
Yeah, it's important. It is important every week, every day. You can't take it for granted in life, and also in this case, NFL football. So we've got work to do, going out there to practice, and nothing's going to be handed to us. It's a good football team we're playing, as you mentioned, number 1 defense, I believe, in the NFL, and they've got weapons on offense as well. So we're going to have our hands full.
Sean, I see in this week, Max and Trey basically get roughly the same amount of stats. How have you seen those two at sort of these different parts of their careers handle that? What have you seen from both of them in those roles?
Yeah, a very team-oriented approach. I'm sure Trey, like anybody, wants more reps. Max, on the other hand, a young player that is eager to get as many reps as he can to grow and learn and playing time. So these players are here. They love playing time, all of them. There's not one of them is saying, "Hey, coach, don't put me in." So, which I respect that. They want to be out there, and both of those players fit that mold to a T.
If it is David who plays quarterback for you, so what have you seen from him on the last couple of weeks?
Good player. He moves their offense. He's mobile, smart, and knows where to go with the ball. And it looks to me like they're playing well with him under center.
I know it was a different season, but was last year's game against Houston kind of like the turning point for the offense? Because it felt like it really struggled in that game, and then it kind of bounced back and got back up to the standard after that. Was that like the moment when you guys realized, like, where you kind of started to see it trend back in the right direction?
I would say it was definitely a moment that we had to learn from as an offense, and the challenge then that response kind of brought to the table was taken head on, and then consistently every game after that. So that challenge is what's back in front of us this week.
Regarding Gabe, how did he come through the game physically? And is he in a spot in his recovery that would he be able to be called up again on such short notice, knowing what he's going through?
Yeah, I think John kind of alluded to that topic, Jay. We'll see where it goes this week. All things considered, in terms of his, kind of where he's come from and then played the game. I think he's in a fairly decent spot, but I know he's sore, and so we'll see where it takes us this week.
I guess I just meant physically, would he be able to make the short turnaround if that was something that you guys wanted to do?
Well, that's what I said. That's what we got to see, as we go, because again, he hadn't played in a while.
Sean, it's my cosmic leap this week for the guys and for you as well. How much do you get to learn about guys' interests and their foundations or whatever organization they're supporting through those?
Yeah. Another cause behind, beyond the football field, which I believe is tremendous for, our country, tremendous for all those affected by the causes that the guys get behind across the league. It's really interesting to see, and I'm sure it'll be highlighted on television. And you get to see kind of behind the curtain a little bit of what's in the hearts of our players. And I think that's really good for society and great for the causes that they support.
So why was the kick return so effective for you guys on Sunday?
Well, I mean, McCole has a history of doing that. Number one, the speed element is important. The kickoff plays changed. And with that, personnel changes a little bit too with it. So we could be here an hour and talk about it, but it's, it was field position wise, it's big, and we were able to gain field position. We kind of struggled with it before that. So there's three phases that contribute to winning, as we talk about a lot. So gaining field position is critical. And so I thought not only was McCole and then Ray really good, but the blocking was well done, and you have to have that as well. So that's an important piece for us. All right, thank you guys.